Hello, I welcome you all for today's session, which is Introduction to C Programming. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the topic Decision Making in C. Before going for today's session, we'll see what we have covered in the last lecture. In the last lecture, we have covered the C preprocessor. In that, mainly we covered the macro preprocessor and fine inclusion preprocessor. We have also seen the example of conditional compilation and examples of other directives. And also we have seen our first C program in which we have displayed the hello world. Now, objective of today's session. The first objective of today's session is to understand the concept of decision making. Next, to know the classification of decision making statement. And what will be the learning outcome? We'll apply the concept of decision making statement in C programming. Topic we are going to cover in today's session is, we'll have an introduction about the decision making, then if-else statement and its classification, then switch statement, jump statement and various jump statement. Now, first is the decision making in C. What is decision making? Why we require decision making in C? In C programming, suppose we have written this code that we are having the void main, and inside this opening and closing curly braces we have written some statement. Now, first of all, we are having a main function, right? Then inside the body we are having the statements or lines of code, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 statements are there. Now, when the computer compiles this program, it first searches for the main keyword or main written in code. Once the main word finds, it will start executing the code one by one serially. First statement 1 will execute, then second, then third, and so on. Here the single line is nothing but the instruction or expression, you can call it. This instruction is executed by processor. The sequence of control of processor to execute the instruction is serially, that is one by one. Now suppose we want to execute the statement. Another condition is there, right? If we want to execute the statement 1 and then statement 2, and after that we want to execute the statement 6, or say from 7 to 2, like that. Now how it will be executed? The answer for this question is, we are having conditional statement, or which is also called as decision making statement or the branching statement. We'll see how this happened and what are the classification of the decision making statement. Now in the decision making statement, first we are having the if else and its 4 classification and switch statement. In the if else we are having if statement, next if else statement, then if else if statement, and then nested if statement. And last we are having the switch statement. If we see the if statement in C, the statement inside the body of if. Now what is meant by this inside the body of if? Here we have written the if statement and one condition in the parenthesis, whatever the condition will be there. If it is true, only then the instruction which are written inside this body. Body means what? Opening of curly brace and closing of curly brace. So if condition is true, whatever the statements are there inside the body, it is going to be executed. Else, the control, it's directly, if the condition is false, the control will go directly or on this place. That is, whatever the instruction written after this body. We can see the if statement by the flow diagram. See, as soon as the program is start and whatever the condition is there, if the condition is true, the body is executed inside the if condition. Else, if it is false, say it goes the control over here below the body of the if condition, and whatever the statement just below if, it is going to be executed. We'll see this by one example here. In this example, we are having int x assigned 20 and int y assigned 22. Now we are having the if condition, that is if x is less than y, that is 20 is less than y. If it is yes, right, so the condition is true, the body inside this loop is going to be executed. So we will be getting at the output, that is variable x is less than y. So that is what the example of if statement. Next we are having the if statement. Similar to the if statement, this body inside the if loop is going to be executed if the condition is true. Now if the condition is false, the body inside this else statement is going to be executed. That is the only addition with the previous if statement. We can see that by our flow diagram. Once the program start, and here we are having the condition, if condition is there. If the condition is true, the body inside the if condition is going to be executed. Else, if the condition is false, the body inside this else is going to be executed, and after that the control will go to the just statement which are written below the else body. Now we'll see this by one example. Here we are having int, again same example, int x assigned 20 and int y assigned 22, and we are having the first if condition, that is x is less than y. Inside the body we are going to print variable x is less than y. If the condition is false, that is we are having the else statement. Inside that we are going to print variable y is less than x. Now in this condition, as this condition is get satisfied, that is 20 is less than 22. So in the output we will be getting the variable x is less than y. Now suppose if here we will be having a 15 numbers. So if we are having the 15 numbers in place of 22, right, and considering the same condition, that is x is less than y, so default it will print, as the condition is get false, it will print variable y is less than x. So that is what the example of if else statement. Now we'll go for next. Here we are having the if else if ladder, like that we are asking some condition. If this condition is true, execute the body inside this. Otherwise we are asking again another condition. by using the word else if this else if condition is true, then run the code inside this body. Again we are asking for another condition by using else if statement. If this condition is true, then run the body inside this. If all the condition is get fails, default body, that is default else statement, is going to be executed. So you'll see this is what the syntax of if else if statement or the ladder. We'll call it as a if else if ladder, right? We'll see this by the flow diagram. We are having the condition 1, condition 2, condition 3. If this condition is get satisfied, execute the statement inside this condition 1. If no, ask for the another condition. If the condition is get satisfied, then execute the statement inside this condition 2, right? If no, again ask for the condition 3. So if the condition 3 is get satisfied, it is going to execute the statement written in this condition 3. And if all the condition is get failed, default it will go to the else body. Whatever the statement written into this inside else body is going to be executed. So that is what the flow diagram of the if else if ladder. We'll see the example. In this example we are finding the number A and B. Okay, we are having two numbers A and B, and we are finding which one is greater, or we are also finding whether this A and B number is equal or not. For that, first we have initialized this, or we have this is a declaration statement. When we are writing int A comma B, this is a declaration statement. So we are first declaring this variable A and B, which is of integer type. Now we are asking the user to input the value of A, and that is get stored into the variable A. Same again, we are asking the user to enter the value of B, and we are going it to store into the B. Now whatever the user will type the input is going to be stored into the A and B. Now here we are using the if else if ladder. We are putting the various conditions over here. In the first condition we are having whether, we are asking whether if A is not equal to B. This is a not equal to operator we have seen in the earlier sessions. So we are asking whether A is not equal to B. If it is not equal to B, right, print that A and B are not equal, right? Again we are asking else if by another condition. We are asking it by else if, that whether A is greater than B. If it is not equal to, that is fine, that it is going to print the A and B are not equal. Again we are asking whether A is greater than B. If A is greater than B, then it will print that A is greater than B. If this condition is not true, then it will go over here and it's asking whether if B is greater than A. If B is greater than A is satisfied, then it will print B is greater than A. Else, if all the conditions get fails, the control will go to the default else statement. Whatever the body inside the else statement is going to be executed. If all the three conditions will be get failed, it will print A and B are equal. So this is what the example of if else if ladder in decision making in C.